Hello Year 2 and welcome to week 2 of handwriting practice. Today we are going to practice a joined up S, which is a really annoying letter to join up. It's quite tricky. So we're going to do a joined up S, and then we're going to join it up with an H, and we're going to join it up with a P, and then we're going to practice some words as well. So joined up S. We're just going to practice the letter by itself first. So start on the bottom and you climb up. Then you do a normal S and then flick. Okay, start at the bottom, climb up, a normal S, and then a flick. Start at the bottom, normal S, and then a flick. Okay, so right now you are going to practice one row. Pause the video to practice one row. And then when you're finished, we are going to do SH. Okay, so an S and an H joined together. Start in the bottom, climb up, then a normal S, and then do your flick, and then you're going to climb up to the top for the H, down, back up, around, down, flick. Now, if you want to do a loopy H, it will look like this. Climb up and then loop it, down, up, around, flick. So you can choose which H you want to use. Okay, I'll do one more example of each one. Climb up, normal S, and then flick, climb up to the top, down, up, around, flick, and then a loopy H. Okay, so right now you're going to practice one row of SH. So pause the video to practice one row of SH. And when you are finished, we are going to do SP. Okay, so an S and a P together. Start in the bottom, do a normal S, flick, and then lead into the P, up, down to the bottom. Now climb back up and belly flick. Okay, now if you want to do a loopy P, start in the bottom, normal S, flick, over to the P, down, loopy P, belly, flick. Okay, so there's two versions. Do one more example of each one. And flick, or a loopy one. Okay, so right now, one row of SP. Pause the video to practice one row of SP. And then when you're finished, we are going to practice some words. So the first word we are going to practice is an SP word. And we're going to do splash. S, and then join to the P like we just practiced. Flick up to the L. Lead into the A, slide back down, up, down, flick. Now lead into the S, normal S, flick. Climb up for the H, down, up, around, down, flick. Okay, loopy version. Loopy L. A is not a loopy letter. Normal S, and then a loopy H, around, flick. So you're going to practice one row of the word splash. So you're going to pause the video to practice the word splash. The next word we're going to practice is splish. Splish. Both of these words, splash and splish, are in our book. Somebody's followed Stanley. That's where I got the ideas from. Splish, S, loop to a P, join to a P, L, I, S, and H, splish. Now if you want the loopy version, splish. So you're now going to practice one row of the word splish. Okay, pause the video to practice, and when you come back, we're going to do our last word. Okay, our last word that we are going to do is splat. Splat. Stanley fell onto the surface of the water. Splat. It's not actually in the book, but it should be. Splat. Okay, and loopy version, although that one is slightly loopy, I can't help myself. Splat. Okay, you're going to practice one row of the word splat, and then we're done for today. Well done, guys.